Hey everyone, so as requested, this is a video pretty much giving you more information about my application and interview process with MAC Cosmetics. I landed a job as a freelance makeup artist for the Austin area. So how it all started was in the beginning of August. My mom was in town. She and I went to the MAC store in the area. My mom, of course, asked if they were hiring. She's always asking that for me. In the back of my mind I was expecting no, because I've called and asked before, but surprisingly she said they were looking for freelance artists, and she told me where to go and who to talk to, and that was pretty much it. So I kind of put it in the back of my mind because, you know, I had applied to other jobs and I either didn't hear back, or I wasn't chosen, or they didn't offer enough hours. Different reasons. I just didn't make it with other companies. So anyways, a couple weeks passed and my husband and I were in the area of where the MAC artist previously told me where to apply. So I was telling my husband, I was like, do you mind if we stop by? I could just pick up an application or whatever. So I went to the counter and I asked the makeup artist there if I could get an application to apply, and she said that applications are not actually filled out until you're hired, but if I could bring my resume. So I'm thinking, great, I finally made it over here and I don't have my resume. So I just thought, okay, thank you. And she asked me a really strange question. She asked me if I wanted to interview, and I said yes, of course. So she said, okay, just give me a call tomorrow at 11 to 5, and, you know, we'll have a phone interview. It's like, okay. So I was super excited. I called her the next day. I was at work the next day, so, you know, in my break, I called. Unfortunately, she was not there. The MAC artist there said that she wouldn't be in for another hour to call by then, but I left my name and number, and I let him know that I was calling on a phone interview. So surprisingly, she got back to me. She left a message because I was back at work, and she said, you know, my name's Christine, you said we had a phone interview, I don't remember, you know, are you out of town, things like that. So I was thinking, oh great, you know, I was all ready to do a phone interview and she doesn't even remember me. So I called, and she invited me to do a makeup interview. So I think I spoke with her on a Friday, so she said if I can come in Tuesday for a makeup interview, I'll just bring a model, and I don't have to bring any cosmetics or brushes or anything. What they were going to do is rip out a page in a magazine, and I just replicate the look on my friend, and I'll have 30 minutes to do it. So then I was super excited. My friend and I chose her, my one particular friend, because she and I have a lot of similar features, so it was almost like doing makeup on myself. And we practiced the night before so that I could, you know, get down to 30 minutes. I let her pick out a random makeup look and I just replicated that. So I wasn't as nervous the next day. Even though she said I didn't have to bring anything, I did bring my MAC tool belt with all my MAC brushes. That way, you know, I had everything there. I was ready, prepared, all the brushes were clean and everything. And she was really thankful that I did do that because there were other girls there, and, you know, clean brushes were kind of low there, so that was a great thing that I brought my own brushes. So thankfully she matched the girls' foundations for us, set out primers and moisturizers and everything. She had set out everything for us already, and she let us take all the time we needed to get the products for our look. The looks she actually chose were from the Feline collection. I don't remember the name of my look, but it was the one with the green eyeshadow and the mauve lips. So she gave us all the time we needed to get that all set up. But just grab what you think you'll really need, and maybe a couple extra, and you should be fine. So yeah, so the timer started. I did my friend's look. But it's good to talk to your model, just like you would a client. Let them know what you're doing. Be very, very, very sanitary. That's super important. For my interview, you know, the manager was there, but it wasn't over our shoulder or anything. She could obviously tell what we were doing and hear our conversations. So the whole time you want to act as though they were over your shoulder, because they see a lot more than you think they do. Once our time was up, one by one she pulled us under a different light so she could see a little better. And she critiqued our work, told us what we did really, really good at. She compared the photos that we were given to the model, and you know, told us some things we could improve on. And then she actually let us go back and fix those things, whatever it was. For me, I think the lip liner was a little crooked, so she let us go back and fix that. And once we were done with that, one by one, she pulled us to the side. Just the applicant, you know, not the model. So I was the last one by one. Everyone was leaving, so I was the last one with my model, and she pulled me aside. And the first thing she said to me was, "Sell me this pen." And I wasn't nervous because I had already practiced on how to sell a pen to myself in front of the mirror many, many times, because I know with other jobs, other makeup jobs I had applied for, I knew that they were going to ask that. So selling a pen was super easy, and I think she was really impressed because, you know, I came up with a response just like that. So I would definitely encourage you, if you are going to apply, to practice selling different products to yourself. That way when you go and, you know, there's someone asking you, you'll know exactly what to say. Then she asked me how I think I did, and I told her, I said, I think I could have done a lot better. And I was being honest, you know, my model didn't look exactly like the picture. The colors I used were a little bit more vibrant. The green was a little bit more vibrant than, you know, the color that was in the photo, but to me, I couldn't find anything that looked exactly like that picture. But I just told her, you know, I think I could have done a little better. And she totally disagreed with me. She's like, no, you did an awesome job. You're a great artist. You're very, very talented. You know, she gave me a couple things I could have worked on. But she said I did such a phenomenal job. And then she asked me, do you want to be a freelance artist? And I was like, yes. I mean, to be honest with you, I was expecting to do a second interview, if I even got that far, you know. And she's like, yeah, you know, she told me what the pay scale was. She told me how freelancing works. There are several MAC counters and only one MAC store in the Austin area. So pretty much I'd be freelancing at, you know, whoever needed a freelance artist. So that means if someone calls in sick, if there's just an open spot, open shift, or if they have a MAC event, they'll call you in and have you work with them. And if you're wondering about any discounts working for MAC or anything, as a freelancer, unfortunately, you do not get the MAC Pro card just from freelancing. I know with some other states they do give you a discount if you work that day or whatever, but unfortunately, at least in Austin, they don't offer anything like that, sadly. Thankfully for me, I already qualify for a Pro card, so I already get a MAC discount, so that didn't really affect me too much. And if you do makeup on the side, then you just, you know, follow the procedures on how to qualify. You can get a Pro card, so it's really no big deal. I think that's everything. Everything went really quickly. Once I got the job, the following week I just filled out the paperwork, which is really just the application process. And a week and a half later, they threw us a party. So we got to know some of the MAC artists. We got to preview the Venomous Villains collection, which was really cool. We got to see a demonstration and, you know, get to learn more about the position. And my first job is going to be next weekend. I'll be working from 11 to 8 p.m., which is a pretty long shift. But I'll let you guys know how it is. I'm super excited. And, yeah, I think that's everything. I think I've covered pretty much all the basics. If you have any questions about the position or about the application process, definitely let me know. That's pretty much all I could think of. So. Also, I did a makeup look for you guys. The look I'm wearing, I had recorded it, at least I thought I recorded it, until I saw that my camera stopped recording most of the tutorial. So here's a close-up of my look. It is more of a bridal look, at least it was supposed to be, and I can post some pictures at the end of this video. But unfortunately I don't have a tutorial. I'm sorry. If you guys really want one, I'll go ahead and do it again. Just let me know. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!